With the I Know What You Did Last Summer series being rebooted this weekend, which other horror movies are similar to the franchise?
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Welcome to my channel, my name is Em, aka Horror, and in today's video I will be counting down 5 horror movies which are similar to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Prom Night, 1980. In this classic 80s horror movie, we see the Scream Queen herself, Jamie Lee Curtis, as teenager Kim Hammond. Her childhood was overshadowed by the tragic death of her sister Robin, who was accidentally killed. However, the tragedy of her past is not going to stop Kim from enjoying her prom, but someone else has different plans for the enjoyment of the night. What Kim doesn't know is that her sister's death was caused by bullies who were taunting her at the time and who have sworn not to tell a living soul about the events. What the bullies haven't anticipated is that someone witnessed what happened on the day of Robin's death and is set out to seek revenge. A brilliantly put together film, Prom Night is a great display of 80s slasher horror tropes with a good twist at the end and some gruesome kills. Pumpkinhead, 1988. When Ed loses his wife, he is left to bring up their young son on his own. As the owner of a small convenience shop, he has errands to run and leaves his son there unattended. A group of young adults arrive at the store, and whilst playing around on their dirt bikes, one of them accidentally kills the boy. This not only turns the group against each other, but also leads to Ed seeking revenge through witchcraft. This results in the release of a supernatural being called Pumpkinhead. As a supernatural revenge horror, this movie offers a good storyline and a great take on grief and seeking justice. Valentine, 2001. What is supposed to be the most romantic time of the year turns into the most terrifying time for a group of female friends. In a flashback to junior high, we see the group as young girls at a Valentine school dance, where one of the girls falsely accuses a boy of attacking her. Other boys beat him up, causing his nose to bleed from stress. 13 years after the event, the girls, now grown women, are being stalked. Valentine's gifts are being left to them, with the cards having the initials JM being the initials of the boy from the incident. One by one, the women are being murdered horribly, with the attacker's nose bleeding through his cherub mask. Another movie with a great twist, this revenge slasher is easily one of my favourites from the 2000s and is one that is an enjoyable watch all round with some great kills. The House on Sorority Row, 1982. A group of sorority girls accidentally kill their house mother when pulling a prank on her after she had refused permission for them to throw a graduation party. After hiding the body, the girls start to be stalked around their sorority house and one by one are murdered by a hooded figure. Believing this to be their house mother who must have survived, they start to search for her, only to fall upon her dead body, leaving the question of who the killer is. With a fun bit of mystery and gore, this is a great watch for slasher lovers. Scream, 1996. It would not be right to not mention Scream on this list. Written by Kevin Williamson, the same writer as I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream has some of the same familiar themes. When a high school couple are murdered by someone wearing a ghost mask, teenager Sydney Prescott starts to be stalked by the same figure. Receiving threatening phone calls and being subjected to their attacks, she reports this to the police, who try to figure out who this person is. Unlike the other entries in this list, the story surrounding Scream is less about revenge on someone for something they did, but revenge is still a huge part of the motive of the killer, as they are seeking revenge on Sydney for her dead mother's actions. Possibly the best slasher movie of the 90s and a franchise that is still going strong, with the 7th installment being released next year. If you enjoy I Know What You Did Last Summer, you will love Scream. So as always, what do you guys think? What other movies do you feel are similar to I Know What You Did Last Summer? Let me know down in the comments section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and switch on that notifications button, as I will be uploading more content like this. This is an AI free channel and I do everything on my own, so any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other content here. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.